Hey, this is RJ May, and you're watching Mr. Mario 2011.
Hey, what is going on, everyone? It is me, Mr. Mario, and I'm going to be bringing you something new for the first time in a while. I have not done this in ages, but I'm actually going to be doing a dual commentary. So, who do I have on the line with me here?
This is Tanner or TannSquid, as you may know me.
Yep, either one of the two. Tanner, thank you for being here.
Oh, no problem. I mean, I got nothing else to do, so.
No, I gotcha, I gotcha. But yeah, so what happened is I actually talked to Tanner, and some of you all might know him. I've played a few games with him on here, and I actually visited this guy. We knew each other back from like the Call of Duty 4 days, and we've been friends for a while. But I visited him, this past March or so, and I was up there for a week and everything. So, meeting people online, always fun and everything. But, we had talked about doing videos before together and everything, and I don't have anything against working with people. It's just I don't do it because it kind of just doesn't happen. And normally my videos are a one-man thing, and I could have done this, solo, but I was like, I kind of want to have a buddy on this because I did the Destiny Alpha review overview solo, so I'd like to get some more insight on the beta.
Yeah, sometimes having that extra perspective just makes it even better.
Exactly, extra perspective.
Just so much review.
So much review. Yeah. Anyways, what we're going to be talking about, also, the reason why I brought Tanner in on this is because, Tanner, you're a big Bungie fan, aren't you?
I'm a pretty big fan. I mean, like, Halo 3 was, like, my life for, like, 2008 and 9, I'm pretty sure.
That was me for about 2007, 2008, respectively.
Yeah,
So.
I was a bit late to the game, as I usually am, just because I'm a poor bastard, so...
Right, and see, I was late just because, I missed out on the whole Halo 2 thing, but, Master Chief Collection's coming up, so, Tanner, you need to get an Xbox One.
Yeah, I know, that's pretty much the only reason I'm going to get one, but I might as well buy
Right.
Destiny for it,
Exactly, yeah.
Just to
Now,
experience, the better graphics.
of course, of course. Now, speaking about all this, going on to the topic of Destiny. Now, with the background, Tanner, as I said, he is a big Halo fan, all that. He even said that they're a big Bungie fan. I myself as well, I've been playing, since I played Oni, I played some other Bungie games. I haven't played Marathon, actually, but I played, the first Halo. I played all the Halo games. I love them. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because this game is so compared to Halo, like it's always compared to Halo. That's the one thing that you always hear. Like everyone said, the multiplayer is like Halo. The game looks like Halo. It plays like Halo. It has this in relation to Halo. Like you can back me up on that, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, like, it does look a lot like Halo, but aside from, like, aesthetically a lot, like, the gameplay is, like, a lot different.
Yeah, and that's actually what I want to talk about. I mean, we're going to try and cover all the bases here. And another thing I want to say, just preluding to this, is I actually had the opportunity to play the alpha, which was exclusive on PS4 for like a weekend. So that was real fun to mess around with. And then Tanner, the first time he played it was through the beta here. And Tanner, you were playing it on 360, right?
Yeah, I have 360 because
Yep.
I'm a caveman.
Yeah, I had it on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and I played it on 360 just because Tanner had it on there because we're such good buddies.
I mean, it's
But
not bad.
yeah, and I was about to say, like, I'll go into that as well. I can honestly say, in my opinion, like, if you don't have a PS4 or an Xbox One and you don't plan on getting one for the next, like, year or two, honestly, I wouldn't have an issue. Like, if I was in that situation, I would not have an issue picking this game up on the PlayStation 3 or the 360. The game handles and it looks quite good for, these old systems, and I was really shocked at that.
Yeah, like, the graphics are, like, I mean, you can tell it's definitely not, like, the best it could be, but, like, for an Xbox 360 game, it's definitely, like, one of the best looking Xbox 360 games.
Of course, of course. I can agree with that. It handles real well too, and I've only noticed like a few frame drops here and there on the Xbox 360 version. But even I was primarily playing. I dabbled a little bit for like 2 minutes on the Xbox One version, but the PS4 version I was playing primarily. Then I played a little bit of it with Tanner on the 360. So I got to try both generations, and I could say honestly, like no matter what system, what generation you pick it up on right now, you're going to have a good time with it.
That
Now,
oh,
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that that's definitely true. Like 360 doesn't. It's not like so terrible that it's like unplayable or something. It's like pretty much the same game, just a little bit blurry.
Right, right. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. But like even with that, I was like, it's not to the point where it's hurting my eyes or anything. Like some people really complain about on the PS3, and I thought I didn't see the PS3 version. That's the only one I didn't touch, but I thought it looked just fine on current generation systems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now with the gameplay and all that, like, what do you have to say about this? Because me personally, I'll just say my little spiel real quick. It doesn't. It's real fun. I don't think it's for everyone, but I really enjoyed it, and it does not feel like Halo at all. It doesn't feel like a cheap clone of that, and it doesn't even because people were pretty much saying, and even from the looks, I was telling people it looks like Halo crossed with Borderlands, and to me, it doesn't handle like either of those games.
Yeah, like I've played Borderlands like a little bit, and I've played definitely a lot of Halo, and like I guess like the surroundings as far as the beta goes are kind of like Halo-esque. Like they're not totally just like ripped off or anything, but it's like sort of reminiscent of some like Halo levels or something. But like
Absolutely.
the gameplay is just like completely different. Like it's a new, or at least mostly new concept, and it's definitely like really fun, and it's like I look at it as its own thing. I don't feel like I'm playing a Halo game or any other game. Like it feels like its own game to me.
Exactly. And like one thing they did with the beta properly on here is compared to the alpha on the beta, they actually included a decent amount of the storyline. They teach you how to play the game, while as in the alpha, they just kind of throw you in naked, which I didn't really enjoy with that.
I never played the alpha honestly, but like the tutorials in that game are like they're good. Like I didn't feel like I was just like the worst. Like they're just like showing me how to do stuff, and it was pretty like standard. I pretty much figured it out mostly on my own, but it's like some stuff it's like they just show you, and it's like it's simple, but it's like awesome.
Right, right. And I was even telling people it's just like this kind of what I wanted from Borderlands because I'll just say this, if anybody says, "Oh, it's nothing but Halo Cross with Borderlands," they have not played the game. I could just say that outright because that's the feeling I got when I just looked at the footage, looked at the screenshots and all that. But I didn't get this feeling as much, but when I was first playing it, like the first time I played the alpha, I was feeling, it kind of had a not a Borderlands. I'm trying to say it kind of had a Battlefield type feel to it, and that was more just because of I guess how it looked and everything, and just how smooth. Like that's one thing I liked about it. Like the whole game just feels real smooth with all the movements, the graphics, like everything is seamless.
It really is. Like even in the multiplayer, just like the full-on player versus player stuff, it's like still really smooth with like all the different abilities and different stuff, and it's not super balanced yet just because it's the beta. Obviously, it's not perfect, but like the three classes that were there, like it wasn't like I was getting destroyed because I was like a worse class or something. Like it was pretty balanced, and it was like really fun, like awesome gameplay.
hmm Yeah, and actually with the multiplayer, that was one thing. Of course, we're gonna bring up as well, but I have to say, here's the thing. I think I kind of got it spoiled for me a little bit because a friend of mine on Facebook, he was saying, the PvP, the multiplayer on Destiny feels exactly like Halo 2 and 3 old school multiplayer, and not at all. To me, not at all, not even close.
Yeah, like as far as the beta goes, I'm assuming they'll have more game types. I mean, they'll have to because no one wants to just play the same game over and over. But like, it doesn't feel like a Halo game at all to me, at least. Like, completely different class structure and all that stuff. Like,
hmm
old school Halos, like everyone starts with the same gun. You go around picking up guns. It's like completely different feel altogether.
Right. Right, right. And see, the thing that really annoyed me is that I'm hoping there's going to be more, because I'll be honest, just from the beta alone, I'm not really feeling the multiplayer, although come, September 9th, that might be changing, because that kind of happened with me with the alpha. I played the alpha and I'm like, I mean, this game is all right, but then playing the beta, it's much better, and I'm getting that same feel with the multiplayer. My big concern with it is I just don't want to play that same game mode over and over, which essentially it's like domination. That's it, because we were talking about that in Call of Duty before. But where you have three areas on the map and you have to capture each one is timed and everything.
Yeah, I was playing it with my brother a lot because he was like pretty much just playing that, and it's not that bad. Like, definitely the map spawns need to be fixed a bit, just because it's like in the one game, it's like you just get two capture points, and then you can pretty much just spawn kill pretty much. and it's a little unbalanced on like the one map that comes up all the time.
The
But
one single map that they included that
yeah,
can't
well,
cycle
isn't
out.
there like two maps? I thought there was one on the moon.
I believe there were two
Yeah,
maps.
I
Yeah,
never played the second one. I only played the first one.
And actually, I was gonna say, did you get to play on the moon at all?
No, not at all.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
missed
See,
it.
Tanner was gone for the weekend, but on Saturday they unlocked the moon, and oh my goodness, like the moon, that was just like that was the icing on the cake for me because I played that bit. Because even like by Thursday and Friday, like we're all playing it, and like your brother, for example, he's just like I'm bored of it. I've cleared every single mission twice. And I'm maximum rank, which maximum rank was 8 on the beta, and it's like there's nothing I can really do. So yeah, whoop-de-doo. But they unlocked the moon, and dude, I'm disappointed you missed out on the moon, man. It was so fun.
I'm really sad that I missed it. That sounds like awesome. I was gonna boot it up like a few minutes ago, and it's just like you can't play. And I was like, I don't know what I expected.
Yeah, they actually Bungie really went cutthroat on this because with the alpha, they're like, "Hey guys, so we might or might not be keeping the alpha extended for another day, but it's going to be kind of dodgy here and there." With this one, there were people in game like about to beat a boss, and then it's just like, "Nope, you're disconnected. Goodbye beta. We'll see you in September."
Wow. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much expected because like what they're doing for Destiny is pretty much just like nothing for Xbox. It's like all PlayStation stuff first.
Y- yeah, I've noticed that. I don't know how it is on the PS3, but PS4 at least I know for sure. We're getting all the I mean, it's brutal, man. We're getting all the exclusive content first, and we're getting it a year before Xbox systems, which is just crazy. But I was reading things, and did you even know that they Bungie had a major influence with the PlayStation 4, primarily the controller, like how it's set up and everything.
Really, I didn't hear that, but
Yeah, Bungie apparently was pretty much in bed and they were working very closely with Sony and they highly influenced the controller. Like Sony would make a controller send to them. They would say, this needs to be fixed for this. And they would, give recommendations, things like that. And I even want to say they might have changed up the system a little bit for Destiny as well. So Sony's really banking on it. It's kind of, I don't know if you know about this, but it's kind of similar to how a friend of mine told me about this before, but how Microsoft really built the Xbox 360 around Gears of War.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like Gears of War, like the first one looks almost pretty much just as good as like the last Gears of War games. Like those games are consistently like they look good.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that. And one thing I want to say also is that even with that, it might just be because the game is running at 30 frames a second, but it looked really good. It played very well, and I was surprised with how it really wasn't stressing the systems or anything either. Because I mean, with the 360, there was a little bit of frame drop here and there, but with the PS4, like my PS4 was not screaming at me. The fans were not, boosting up in volume or anything like that.
Yeah, like I just like wish I had a PS4, but I'm just so broke. It's like how am I even gonna get an Xbox One?
No, I gotcha, I gotcha. You know what? We'll pull a payday and somehow get you the money to get
We'll
one.
just buy like a drill and just go ham on one of those safes.
Exactly. Yeah. We need to play Payday one of these days
We
too.
do.
So I guess with all that, we've covered, the single player, the multiplayer, but even the story as well. It was revealed in there. Like we finally got a bit of the story. We got cutscenes. And I have to say, obviously you will tell from the story, yes, there are things that are obviously from, the Halo universe. And I want to say, I even said before, Bungie is known to copy off themselves. You look at Halo, they couldn't get rid of Marathon. They always had to hold on to Marathon. You look at Destiny, they could not get rid of Halo. They had to hold on to it. Like the Ghost that you get, for example, it's Guilty Spark. It's your own personal Guilty Spark.
Like it looks almost the exact same. Like if Guilty Spark just had some like just like spikes poking out of them.
If they triangulated Guilty Spark like that one episode of Aqua Teen where the Y tries triangulated everything, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much the best description I've heard.
Yeah. Although I have to say, like the game feels very polished for what it is. Like it feels like you're really playing a retail game, at least for me when I was playing on it. And even what else is there with it? I want to say that the vehicles still, I said this when I was talking about the alpha, but vehicles have not been changed and they are perfect to me. I love how the vehicles handle. They handle so smooth. They're like butter. Like it's so satisfying jumping off a ledge and then bringing up the menu and spawning a vehicle as you're in midair.
Like that little hover scooter thing you get is just the coolest vehicle, I think.
You know what's even cooler? If you're on the moon, you actually get some vehicles that are a bit faster and they can shoot things.
Oh, I'm just so excited for the full game. Like, if it looks the exact same and it's just got like more stuff and it's just like works, I'm that's acceptable. Like that game looks good.
Exactly.
Like it
Now,
could be a real game right now.
now another question I have, which I kind of want your input on it. Now, obviously, we know Sony is really banking on this as their next big title. Like I know that they have the Destiny PS4 that's coming out. There's other people like one of my good friends, for example. He is buying a PS4 for Destiny, and he's actually going to be getting the PS4 Destiny bundle. And really, Sony is just majorly banking on this. Now, do you feel like this is going to live up to the hype, or do you feel like this game is being overhyped right now?
Honestly, for all the hype, I think it's probably gonna live up to about like 90% of people's expectations. So,
Hmm.
like, there's probably gonna be some people that are like a bit disappointed, but I feel like for the most part, people are just gonna be like stoked because I feel like
See,
it's a console seller. Like, I would buy a console for that game.
I mean, the thing is with it though, and I'm not knocking it, like I really enjoy the game, but the thing is I don't know how much of a console seller it's going to be. I feel like maybe 70-75% of people are going to be satisfied and there's going to be a lot of people that will be disappointed because my thing is it looks like to me it looks like people are just expecting, Halo but better. That's what I think people are wanting, and they're thinking they're going to get that with Destiny, and it's going to be different. But I also feel like it's one of those things where people are almost convincing themselves that the game is very good. Don't get me wrong, but they're like almost convincing themselves that the game is perfect and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, like it's not a perfect game, definitely not, but it's a good game, and I guess there's probably gonna be like loads of people that just like way overhype it, but like for what it is, I'm gonna be really stoked about it, and I would buy like a PS4 for Destiny probably if I had the money.
Absolutely, Tanner, get a PS4 so we could all play it
That
together.
would be amazing.
Well, see, I'm actually going to be getting it on the PS4 and the Xbox 360. I'm getting it on PS4 because I'm going to primarily play it on there with a few people, and then I'm going to be getting it on 360 just to play with Tanner, pretty much.
Well, I mean, it's definitely worth it just so we could play. I mean, I wouldn't not get it.
Absolutely.
Like if I had every console like you did, I would probably get it on every console just because I'd be like, take my money, I'm gonna buy it on every
Yeah, I mean,
console.
hell, I'd get it on the Wii U. I just want to see how it runs on the gamepad.
That would be the,
Hey, the Wii U is a very sustainable console.
but I mean, that would be like the best port ever.
Actually, it probably would be like I want Bungie. I want to see that. Take the 360 version, port it over to the Wii U, and implement the gamepad somehow. I want to see that
The
done.
gamepad could be like your little menu to control like your ghost or whatever, and you could be like,
Yeah,
summon my motorcycle, bro.
yeah. I was about to say you could actually just like use it as a man. We Bungie, you don't even have to pay for this, okay? Just like if you implement this and do this with a port, just send Tanner and I free copies of it, and we'll accept that as
And
payment.
maybe like throw us in like the special thanks to at the end of the credits.
That'd be awesome, yeah. So, Tanner, I want to get your input on this. This will probably be the final thing we have to say, unless there's something that you would like to add in. But I would say this. We've both unanimously said that the game is very good, and it's not perfect. It does have some issues here and there. Whether they're fixed up in the beta or not, that's going to be a thing. Personally, I'm still not digging the menu where you have to roam around with your left stick like a mouse. If it was a PC game, that'd be cool, but I want, an actual selector on there. What else was there? I'm not sure why they picked, 3 people to do a mission. Like, you remember we were able to have 6 people in a fire team, but only 3 people per mission?
Yeah, like that doesn't make any sense. Like I'm sure they'll probably fix that once the full game comes out because like I don't see why they wouldn't have
Hmm.
like at least 4 people.
Yeah, and that's normally 4 is it's either co-op or 4 or go home. But like normally what happened was, for example, when we were all on, we had 4 people, and I was saying, hey, I think these are only 3-person caps on here. And one of your brothers was saying, oh, no, it's fine. We can have 6 people in a fire team, and we have 4 people, and we couldn't do any missions together until someone left.
Yeah, like that doesn't make any sense at all. It's like you can have 6 people in the fire team, but only if you're gonna go play like online against people.
Yeah, I'll go the room on all this and be like, "You're tearing me apart, Bungie."
That,
Now,
that's a good reference, man.
now here's the thing I want to know. Like, I'll say my opinion on this, but Tanner, September 9th comes around, right? Game is out in stores. People are going ham on a biscuit on it. Now, somebody who's kind of unsure about it, they've seen some footage, they're hearing nothing but good things, but they're kind of iffy because it's not really their game, but they enjoyed the Halo games, they enjoyed Borderlands, they enjoy shooters, they want to try it out. Personally, if you're that type of person, I would honestly say, I'm not recommending the game completely, but I would say at minimum, either rent it or try it out at a friend's house.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to put it because it's like it's not gonna be for everyone. Like some people are definitely gonna be like, well, this isn't even close to what I expected it to be like. Like some people are gonna want it to be more first-person shooter, and some people are gonna be like, I want it more like a role-playing game or whatever.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good bridge between those two things, but I'm sure there's gonna be people that are disappointed with it. So definitely try it out at some
Right.
like just try it out if you can.
And that's the thing I'm happy with the beta. The beta has been, a very good like rental period. Like it's given you an overall feel for the game. And it's like, come September 9th, do I want to buy this game? Do I want to rent it? Or do I just want to completely miss out on it because it's crap? What do I want to do? And, for anyone who hasn't played in the alpha or beta, I would recommend at minimum trying it out, give it a shot. And if you like it, either just rent it and finish it or buy it and, play it to your heart's content. But you kind of agree with that fact?
Yeah, like that's pretty accurate. Like I don't like the beta is pretty like I like the way they did it where it's like they give everyone the pre-ordered 3 code, so it's like people are inclined to share it with people.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that was one thing that was super awesome. Like they unlocked the beta the last weekend it was available. If you applied for a code, whatever system you picked, they would give you 3 codes because what Bungie was doing, it was smart. They wanted to, and there were no connectivity issues I had, but they wanted to see if people could crash their servers. They just wanted to spam out as many invites as they could and say, come in, play the game, crash it, do your worst because this is the beta.
That's like a brilliant idea too, because then it's like when the game comes out, it won't be like Battlefield where it's just like nothing works and it's just like totally broken. It'll be like a fully functional game that you can actually play online.
Well, I'll actually say, I mean, the only retort I have to Battlefield is that it has been noted that the betas have come out, and the betas have been noticeably better than the retail versions for the first few
Oh
months.
yeah, I'm sure they're definitely like beefing it up so like the same thing doesn't happen again. Like they're definitely gonna be pulling up their socks for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Do you think there's going to be a crash on the first day
For Destiny or
for
Battlefield?
Destiny?
Okay, Destiny. I wouldn't be surprised if there was, but I really, really hope that they don't have one and that they're just like prepared for that traffic.
I'll say again, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a crash, and thankfully it's single player as well, but I I can't imagine a crash happening.
That would be, yeah, like it's like I couldn't imagine one, especially I don't think there's going to be one on 360 at all. But
The 360 is going to be like a barren wasteland because it's going to be like Titanfall again. Everyone's going to be like, oh, I could get it on the next gen. I have to get an Xbox One for it.
yeah, it's going to be like playing Call of Duty 4 or something. It's just 4 people online or something.
Yeah. What is it? The line at the beginning of Call of Duty 4 is just like 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's just a ghost town.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the most accurate description of multiplayer on there. Like, I'm sorry to get off topic, but like, if you boot up Call of Duty 4 on the 360, the no little number in the side that says there's like 3,300 something people online, that has not updated for the past like 4 years.
That's like a total lie. They're just like trying to keep the dream alive.
They don't even care anymore.
There's some people playing the game. We're not going to tell you how many.
Exactly. They're just like, we're sorry, we don't want to go into like the triple digits.
At least they haven't completely shut off the servers, though.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm happy about that because I mean, you and I sometimes still hop on there, and it's still super fun.
Exactly. It's good. It's good to just go back and enjoy.
Yep. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. But Tanner, is there anything else you want to say either to the people of YouTube or about the beta, anything like that?
Just play Destiny. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter what console or whatever. Just play it. At least once.
Yeah, I could say that as well. If you're even remotely interested, at minimum, give it a shot. I think it's a good game. Tanner thinks it's a good game, and a lot of people think it's a very good game.
Like,
So
if you're a human being and have compatible hardware, just play it like once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was about to say also, neither Tanner and I are endorsed by Destiny or Bungie or anything. Like, if we were endorsed, we would be, rocking all of our, like, Destiny gear right now and playing it. We wouldn't be making this commentary.
Yeah, I kind of wish this was endorsed by them.
Same here. Hey, Bungie. Hey, Mr. Mario and TannSquid, help us out.
Oh yeah, we're definitely worth it.
Absolutely. Anyways, with that being said, we'll go ahead and end this, but Tanner, thank you for being on here. It's much appreciated.
Oh hey, no problem, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I love just hanging out and doing videos, so I'm down.
Absolutely.
I'm down anytime.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'll say as well, if you did enjoy this commentary, I'm not saying it's up to me. If you did enjoy the commentary, go ahead, check out TannSquid. You have what, like 12 subscribers right now?
Yeah, I'm sitting at 12. That's pretty big numbers for me, so
Tanner is locked at 12. I want to see it go past 12 right now. If this commentary could get him like up to 20 subscribers, that would make my heart melt.
I mean, I'm not going to tell people to do anything, but I mean, you could check it out if you want, and that would be radical. And that's about it.
Anyways, hey, thank you for watching, everyone. It's much appreciated. This is Mr. Mario signing off, and again, thank you for watching.